Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to what is today going to be Forgotten Maps and their items, #5. If you're new around here, please do hit that subscribe button and make sure to leave this video with a like. So if you've never seen one of these episodes before, we just go through loads of maps basically and just show off boss drops, merge shops, that sort of thing. And today we are beginning at Pirate Base. Now this one is actually for members only, so if you're not a member, sadly you're not going to be able to join here, but if you're a fan of Skyguard gear, there are some Skyguard themed items and armors that you're able to pick up as quest rewards. There is also a boss type monster, this big corrupted thing. Now you'd think it'd be chaos items, but no, it is more Skyguard gear. So again, you've got this male and female variant of the armor, so you can go along, grab that if you really wanted to, and there is also this cane to go with it. Of course, the question on everyone's mind is, what do these Draconians drop? Well, I'll tell you what these Draconians drop. As you can see, there is one that is not in with the Skyguard theming, a couple weapons that you're able to grab. Our next map is going to be Join PockeyMogs. There is a Mog shop here that you're able to have a little look through, and that does have some nice trainer armors. These bits are basically all free player. They don't have that bank storage though, sadly, as none of it is AC tagged, and there are a couple member pets in here as well. If you go ahead and speak to Ara, you will find a list of quests, and each of these quests will reward you with a Mog. So there are a wide variety, and yes, there is one based on Pikachu right at the bottom. So if that is something you'd like to go and grab, maybe it's worth checking out. Join Poisonforest is our next location. First of all, we're just going to have a look through Alina's armory before we head over to the boss. Worth noting, Sweet Poison's Kiss is a 20% gold boosting weapon, so that's one of those things that maybe if you haven't got any gold boosting item, you may very well want to consider picking up. An animated sickle scythe type thing, which I really wasn't expecting when we were first looking through here, and we're pretty much at the end of the weapons for the moment. So let us have a little look at the armors. You've got two different ones available. You have got this prismatic Poison Maker's Apprentice, which does feature colour custom. So if you want a new colour custom armour and you really like that, then there's one for you. Next up, we have got Xavier Lionfang, and Xavier Lionfang has got some drops for us as well as a pot by the looks of it. I'm not overly convinced that I personally would be coming along farming him for any of these items, so on that note, it's probably time that we swiftly move on, and as you can see, I'm just filling a small time gap while we continue flicking through. Okay, join a portal for a very old shop. Now, this is one of those shops that is the adventurer shop, spoiler alert. So you have adventurer gear full of loads of basic items, a couple member bits though, and crucially, there is the newbie armor. This is one of those shops when you first join the game, you may very well have purchased newbie armor, maybe even ugly stick, who knows, a simple cap and a light leather cloak. So it's one of those, it's there, and I just wanted to cover it for a bit of nostalgia, to be honest. Join Pride, and we are first of all beginning with some Ashfall gear. You have got a couple of armors lurking within here, and as this is one of the newer type shops, they are mostly AC tags. You can see there are a couple bits that do not quite fit that rule, and one of them in fact is also member. We have a few capes lurking in here, including some wings that you never know, they may be big enough to put on one of your sets, and also a Dragonoid pet that does look rather cool. Now the dragon boss at this map again has got further drops for us, mostly AC tagged as you can tell, apart from one which we're going to come across, which will be the pet, which is only a legend tagged. Some of the weapons do look rather nice, and it is actually quite a cool looking set. So of all the sets we've seen so far, I think this is one of those that is actually worth picking up, and the pet is just super cool. So, you know, if you really want that, that's one of those things I'd be farming for. Join a queenspire for our next merge shop. We're only here very briefly because it's like an undead dragon morph that you're able to go along and grab, and that is about all for this particular map. So next up we are at Ravenscar. So Ravenscar, again, just a couple shops for us to have a little look through. We have got some Legion items here, and believe it or not, two of them only require gold. So if you want some free player Legion items, technically you can pick them up from here. There's also just the Ravenscar shop with just 3 particular items, and also the truth that lurks as a note. Next we have a Join Razorclaw. Similar story to what we've just been looking at before, in that it's literally just going to be a merge shop that we're going through here, although there is plenty of free player items that you could pick up, although they're all kind of these blue variants of the same armor, so it may not quite tickle your pickle this time round, but if it does, there are a couple cool looking wings within the shop. Next up is join Runewood. So first of all we have the Zanar merge, so if you would like anything from the Zanar merge it is available to you, but the main thing we're here is one of my favourite OG weapons has got a blue variant. If anyone remembers the Reignbringer, it's an animated sword you can pick up from the Swordhaven town area. I can't actually remember its map join name, but you know the bit I'm on about. You got the slimes lurking in the town, you can go along, beat him up in a hair shop, etc. Anyway, there is a guy stood on top of like a kiln, and if you speak to him you can grab the Reignbringer. It is a sword that is on fire. It is literally on fire, fully animated, very, very cool. Anyway, if you go along and defeat Jirabin here, you have got the chance of getting the Phantasmic Vengeance weapon, or however it's said, and yes, it is just a blue Reignbringer, so could be a bit of a low drop rate, I don't really know, but good luck if you want to go grab it. Next up is join Sandcastle for the Sphinx. I don't know why I'm really showing the Sphinx. It's one of those maps we actually seem to come to for farming quite a lot, but it had some cool looking wings, so I thought, you know what, it might as well appear. If you want a 30-player party room, you can join the secretlab for a change of scenery, and you can literally go along here and have a rave with a load of people, so that could be quite fun. Join Zomb for some cool house items, and I'll tell you what, there are some really cool ones you can pick up from here, so definitely worth coming along and checking out. Pretty much all of the monsters in the area do drop you some house items. These guys right here, the bachelors, drop you some balloons, and then you have got the bachelorettes where you can get their set if you would like to dress up in a blue dress. Heading up the stairs to the Zombettes, or however we're meant to be saying them, as you can see, you have got these signs. So these are some nice house signs you can put up on your wall with the arrow shooting through the heart, looking quite cool. The Zombroskis are up next, and these ones are going to be dropping for you just the one item, the, well, hello there sofa. And as you can see, it is a skeleton looking rather inviting. I'm afraid to say the Zombros, these ghoul-like creatures, are the most useless ones here and do just drop you some strawberry yogurt sploosh. So if you want to sploosh on your floor, then that's where you can sploosh to. Okay, next up, Rip Lounge is available from the Zombettas. Those are rather cool looking neon signs that do actually work very well on the walls of houses. And then lastly, the boss in this area has a wide variety of different drops for you, but the particular favourite item has got to be A Dage the Evil chilling on a sofa, so definitely worth going along and farming for those. Next up we are at Join Borgers, and we're going to be looking at the Borger shops and also the Borger monster drops that are just to the right hand side in a moment. So there's plenty of mergeables that you're able to get in here, and of course these are very memey items, so if you are someone who wants to be a chicken cowmancer or indeed just want to have a bit of a dress up as some kind of like burger server, then this is definitely some items that you could be looking into purchasing. And like I said, there is a second shop here as well. This one is going to charge you real life adventure coins though, so not too sure if you'd be grabbing any of these, especially as Welcome to Spice City you can sort of get off the boss anyway. So here he is, the Burglinster, as we mentioned earlier, although I called him something different. You can get his morph, so you are able to look like him, or that could be a house item. I'm not too sure. It's one or the other. I'm sure you'll find out if you go along and herm this out for a little bit. Various burger related items, and one of the best items, as you'll see appear, it's like a pickle roll-off. I don't even know what to call it. Well, I should know what to call it. It's right in front of me on the screen, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to call him pickle roll-off for the time being, and then again some more signs that you're able to grab. Join White Mob Invisible Ninja Armor. If you defeat the Invisible Ninjas here, this again for members only sadly, but you can get yourself the coolest Invisible Ninja plus 5 armor, so yes, you can go fully invisible apart from your little shadow. Join Pilgrimage is going to be our last kind of shop map and boss for this particular video, and I'm not going to go through all the different shops here. If you want to check them out, just head along and have a little look through, because there are a few different ones you're able to access from this location. I believe there's some house items you can also pick up, but I'm not too sure I'll be using the Rift Rep shop anytime soon. There is a dog here. The dog is called Lucky, so if you fight the ginormous dog wolf, you again have the chance of getting some of these drops. The Do Not Cross line realistically would be the most likely one of these that you'll end up picking up. And then lastly, and certainly not least, we are ending at Join Pink Maps. So if you want to go along, take some pictures of your character surrounded by various hearts on different screens, you can go here and take some photos. Anyway folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back for another part very, very soon, and until next time, have a lovely day.